This ministry was inspired by God showing me that I am a preacher in 10 buildings each for 20,000 people each in one city where I preach 10 different sermons in one day. This is great. Hello, my next sermon on the New Testament. It gives a definite explanation of the Bethlehem star. Gospel of Matthew chapter 1, verse 1. Now Jesus, having been born in Bethlehem of Judea in the days of Herod the king, behold, wise men from the east came to Jerusalem, saying, verse 2, where is he who is born king of the Jews? For we saw his star in the east, and have come to worship him. These people who come worship Jesus are usually called Magi. First, what is the star? The ancient word translated star means any object in the heaven. Cannot be. It cannot be a supernova. Supernovas don't go and stop as seen from the earth, but are visually moved together with the rest of the heaven. Although there is no Chinese and Babylonian records of new stars in this time period. Could it be a comet? A comet might happen to move on the heaven and at a moment stop visually. But how could an ancient man calculate the exact house over which it stopped? Maybe it would be possible for modern astronomers, but not for technology of that time. They saw the star staying over a particular barn, not just pointing to a city from a big distance, because they knew, as we see below, it is Bethlehem, even without the star. It seems that the only coherent explanation is that it is some kind of an UFO, maybe a flying saucer or sorry, or an object consisting of energy. They simply saw an UFO hanging at a not very big, not very high altitude over the barn where Jesus was born. If the altitude of the object would be high, the Magi would be unable to determine the exact place that it hangs over. Another note, the Magi saw the star at the east, but they come from the east too. I wonder that they went in the direction opposite to the direction of which they saw the star. How did they guess that this star signified the Messiah, not other event? I think the most coherent explanation is that UFO talked to them and called to visit Bethlehem. Also know that at that time period there were several kings started sharing the name Herod. It explains some apparent contradictions in the Bible, which I won't speak now in details now. Verse 3. And the Herod the king, having heard it, he was troubled, and all Jerusalem with him. He was afraid that the king will replace him, and having that the Christ replaced him as a king. And having gathered together all the chief priests and scholars of the people, he inquired of them where the Christ is born. And they said to him, in Bethlehem of Judea. For thus is written through the prophet, and you, Bethlehem, land of Judea, are in no way less among the rulers of Judah, for out of you will come forth a man who rules, who will tend my people Israel. You see from this that the Magi would be informed that Christ was born in Bethlehem, even without the star. The star, or rather UFO, informed them about the particular house where he was born, not about the city. Verse 7. Then Herod, having called the wise men privately, ascertained from them what time the star appeared, and having then sent him them sorry, and having sent them to Bethlehem, he said, after going search diligently about the child, and when you find him, report to me. so that I am also having come may worship him. Herod lied. He wanted to kill him. And when they heard the king, they departed. And behold, the star that they saw in the east went before them until, having come, it stood over where the child was. That is UFO over a particular barn. Thank you for your attention. This ministry has been started and directed by God. Please take your part to support this ministry. Subscribe to this channel, press like, post a comment. Your help will be very much appreciated not only by me, but also by God, who will bless you. Thank you. Get the books provided by this ministry and also the course How to Get to the Highest Heaven. Yes, you read the course, believe it, and get to the highest heaven. Please look in the description of this video.